Let me see here. Uh, okay, I think I'm set up. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Maybe about like that. About like that right there, I think. Okay, I think I'm going to be. It always kind of takes me a minute to get started, guys. Like I always tell y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. Never tried to work on wood grain before. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just very lightly. Let's figure out what the lag is first, though. So let's go. One, two, three, four. Not bad. Okay, not too bad. I'm trying to. It's hard to, with these braces on. It's really difficult to kind of. I'm just going to go very lightly here, guys, because I'm not sure. This is probably this is going to be in shadow. If I can kind of figure out how I'm going to do shadow. So for now, I'm just giving this a light background color, just a light base color of the lightest color, this light tan. I'm sure I can use it at some place we're going to want this showing. So we're just lightly going to come in with it. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I hope you guys can see okay. Because I am very lightly putting this color in here because it's just a base. And one thing I have to do is learn how to work in layers. I normally don't, I'm not doing layers. I'm just like, it's like do it once and be done with it. But that's technically not necessarily the best approach every time. And I'm just putting in a little bit of a base. We will come back with darker colors and put some shade in here. Like I say, this is just a base color. And I'm really trying to just be really light-handed here. It would be real easy to come in here and start hitting this heavy, but I don't want to do that. Really want to try to be aware of just trying to do things, trying to improve on things I have previously done. So I just lightly want to put some color on the paper. just something similar to this. Just very lightly. Now, let's see, where does this go to? I'm trying to figure out. I'm kind of missing a hard line right here. I guess it's supposed to be this line right here. Now remember, guys, we're going to be coming back and putting in shadow. Okay, so this is just the base. We're just throwing this light color in here as a base. I'm just trying to keep things on camera for you here, guys. Move things a bit slightly, reposition some things. Okay, something similar to that. And then we'll do the same thing on the shelves. So let's pull the shelves down here where I can just come across it like this. I hope you guys can see that color okay. I know it's kind of light, but I'm trying to do it without, if I can do it without being zoomed in extremely far, because that way it's a little easier for me to keep everything on camera for you. Hello, welcome. Just trying to figure out how to color some wood for the first time. I've never tried to color wood grain before. And I'm just starting by putting in a little bit of a base. This is the lightest of the browns I'm going to use. It's actually tan. No, this is actually light ochre. The whole time I thought I was using a tan, and it turns out to be light ochre. That's weird. Well, maybe tan will be the next color that goes in here then. So I'm just giving it all this wood, this entire shelving system, just a light base color. Because this is basically like our highlight color. But we're just using it, given the whole thing just this base, this light base. And I've kind of had to just look through here and figure out what might work as a color palette as far as the wood. I've got a few different shades of these browns that we'll throw in here. I don't know how well it's going to work out. I'm certainly not a master blender when it comes to the colors and stuff, so I still have a lot to learn about putting colors together. But that's the whole point of practice. Practice does indeed make better. All right, so I got the main flat surfaces of the shelf. I'm just going to come right back in here. Same color. I'm going to catch this, just this edge around the perimeter here. With this same color. Let's see, I'm getting text messages here. Let me see who's messaging me. All right. Now let me see if I can get back to what I was doing. I just put this down here so I don't have to be laying up on all this. Oh, I've already colored. Just trying to stay very light-handed, guys, so I can come back with a darker color should I need to. I need to be able to turn my book a little bit. Hard for me to turn my wrist. Just very lightly. I've really got to learn to do layering. I try to put all the color down in one pass. I'm not really supposed to be doing that. And I'm not used to using big books like this either that open all the way out. So it's taking up a lot of my desk space just to be able to manipulate the book a little bit so I can reach it better. Let me see. Yep, something just basically like that. And then we'll catch the front edge of the shells. We'll catch this front edge of these shells right here. And again, this is a light ochre color. So just very, very lightly, just putting some color in here, just as a base. And then we'll put some darker color on top of it. Just real lightly. It might be hard to see that on camera. Hopefully it's showing up. You can see I can look over there at my laptop and I can see that we've got some tint to our shelving system now. And this is just a light layer of the lightest color that we're going to put on here. And then we're going to start putting some shading on top of it. A fly got in my house when I had grandkids over here yesterday. I opened the door and a fly came in and I can't get rid of it. It's that time of year. It's getting colder outside, so you open the door and actually the last 2 or 3 times I've opened my front door, a fly has got in. I'm not sure why. There's a dumpster not too far from my front door though. That might have something to do with it. Okay, I think we're done with this color. I'm not going to totally put it away, but I'm just going to set it over here. Now let me see what else I have here. Here's the tan that I thought I was using, but it actually does look like it's darker than that light ochre. Okay, now I'm really not sure where this is going to go. I can kind of think about where shadow is supposed to go, like around plants and stuff, like right about the base of these, you know, uh, flower pots. But so I'm used to working dark to light, not light to dark. So now it's hard for me to figure out where just a little tiny bit of shadow goes and put it in first. But I think basically what we kind of want to do is we just want to try to put some of this darker color. We have like a light base coat, so we're not totally going to come in and wipe that out. We're just going to put some of this in different places, I guess. Because we know that this should be darker right underneath this edge like this. So we will put that a little bit darker. We're going to come back with more dark color. So we're just kind of see, we will want this to be darker back in the back, but we'll put some darker color on there. We're just going to use this right now just to suggest a little shadow under here. We'll put a darker shadow in, I guess. I haven't done this before like this, so I'm just kind of experimenting, guys. Just trying to get some different layers. I don't know if you guys can actually even see what I'm trying to do because I'm not zoomed in super close with the camera. I'm just putting in a suggestion of some shadow, guys. I think I might have done some of that off camera, sorry. That's why I'm not zoomed in super close either, because it's so hard to stay on camera. So I'm just going right underneath the shelf here, guys, and just putting in a little bit darker color. It's just a suggestion of shadow under here. We're going to use an entirely darker color. So we're just kind of, we're not totally covering. Okay. Now, see, I've got to move again because I can't get my arm turned around where I can reach things. We'll go up here. We're going to come in just a little bit darker up here because we know this is a little bit in shadow area, but still we're not going heavy handed. We want it to be darker. We want it to put in a little bit of suggestion of shadow, but we don't totally want to fill that in with a different color. And now again here, we're just going to pull some of this color down a little bit dark underneath this shelf and let it come out like that. Just pull some of this color through, but not all of it. Leave some of the lighter showing through because we're going to come back with even more darker color. We're just coming underneath the bottom of that shelf right there, guys, putting a little suggestion of shadow back there. We're not going to fill in the entire area. We're just putting a little bit of this darker color on top. Just so we get a little suggestion of shadow going back here. And then some little wood grain looking effects, kind of. And then let's do the same thing here. And we're just going to pull this over. Just in a few places, guys. We're not totally covering the entire section. We're just throwing a little bit of that dark color in there. Now here, this is the shadow area underneath that shelf, and then we're just lightly going to go in and throw some of this in here. Something like that. Now we're going to go back to the shelves and we'll do the same kind of thing. Let me pull this shelf down here for you so we can see. I'm trying to kind of work with the lighting here too, guys. Trying to get you in the best spot where you can see. Now we're just going to come back in. Again, we've got more shadow like on the back part of the shelves. So we'll make them darker. We're just putting a little bit of light, very lightly. We're not totally covering the whole shelf with this color either. Kind of come across the back a little bit right there. A little bit heavier coming around the base of where some of these pots are sitting, because that will have a little bit of shadow in it. And then a little more shadow back on in the back corners than on the very front edge. But we'll go ahead and we'll put some of the lighter color on the face edge of that shelf right there, a little bit like that. And then again, so we have a little suggestion around the flower pot. Now, of course, this front edge will stay pretty light because we have this light source right here. So the front edge should be a little bit lighter than the back edge of these things, these shelves. And then, of course, we want a slight little shadow coming around. Because it would be a little bit darker over here. So we'll make sure we give it just a little bit darker edge. Okay, something similar to that. Now this is just to suggest a shadow under here, guys. And I'm just working with real light touches, guys. Very lightly. Not wanting to cover up all this light, the light ochre. We're using a tan color right now, layering it right on top of a light ochre. But we're not covering all the light ochre. We're leaving some of those spots show through. So hopefully we get some varying shades here that look kind of give us a wood grain kind of look. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit more. It's really hard for me to keep keep things on camera though when I do that. If I get too close. I may end up having to do that though. We'll see what we got. So I come in with the next color. Now see, we just leave some of that light area. We want it to show through. And that's just going to give us a little bit of a shading effect. A little bit across this front edge right here, but we're not going to totally take away our lights. There we go. Gay, hi. Okay, thank you. How's your day going? Or your night? I guess you're getting ready to call it a night. Okay, I think that takes care of that color. I'm doing good. I'm just trying to kind of figure out what colors I need to be using in what order here. My first attempt at trying to color wood grain. So let's go back up to the top of the page here. It just seems like there's a glare coming off of there, but now again, just lightly with slightly darker. And I believe this is just plain brown, guys, just plain brown. I don't know if you can read that on there. It's always hard to read. Okay. So far, yeah, it looks pretty good. At least it does look like it's made out of wood. I've got so much practice to do, like learning shading and stuff like that. Now again, I'm just going to throw some of this in here. We're not going to go real dark. We want to maintain some of the lighter colors coming through, but we also want some shadow. So some of this is it won't have the lighter color shining through, just because we're going to put it in shadow back here. But some of it we want to maintain. Now let me see if I can turn my book around this way. I believe I got more shadow over here than I do. Okay, that's better. Now we're just going to come in right underneath this shelf, just like last time. Pull in a little bit of a shadow under here. And then we'll come through with a little bit of this darker color. Something like that. Let's see, I think I need to pull this. Pull the shadow down just a little bit farther. Because the light's coming in off of here, we're not going to be catching all the way back to the back with the light. Okay, something like that. Okay. Not too bad. I happened to see Jen for a minute at Tackles and Touchdowns last night, and she already had all this done. Or the shelving, she said she had done already. I was like, I haven't even started. Now let me see. Let me see here. Try the same thing on this side. A little bit of shadow coming across the back here because the light coming down this way. We got more shadow back here on this side. And then again, we're not covering the for solid single color coverage. We're just kind of intermittently getting some varying shades going on here. That doesn't look too bad. Now we're going to start up here on the shelves. Maybe I should zoom in just a touch. Not a lot though, because I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. It's too hard to keep it on camera. Again, we're just going to put in a little suggestion of shadow around these flower pots. A little bit across the back. The Illustrator helps us with shadows a little bit, all these dots. Now, Gay, are you going to color a picture with me if I get one of those books that you have? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it'll be a little bit. But I do think I bookmarked one of your books on Amazon so I can buy it. Let me look right here which one I think I bookmarked. I think you told me you had this one. Let me see. Because I did bookmark one of the, yeah, mythic animals. That Kirby Roseanne's Mythic Animals. I believe that's the one you told me was the compilation of three of his books. Okay. I told Monty last night that I'll do a farming tonight, my midnight live stream, and then tonight is going to be the last live stream for Farming Simulator 22 because I'm pre-ordering Farming Simulator 25, and it's going to be released in 2 weeks. So I'm going to take a 2 week break from Farming Simulator. But I will do his favorite fields for him tonight. But for me, as a person that who's playing the game, it doesn't really make any sense to be playing Farming Simulator 22 at this point because it's a waste of time. We're going to Farming Simulator 25. I can understand from a content perspective, it's good to keep producing the content that people like, but from the perspective of just the player, there's no point in continuing to do it because we're not even coming back to that. It's just a big waste of time as far as the game itself is concerned. So just giving just a little bit of, that's not too bad. Oh, I think part of that got colored off camera, guys. Sorry. Now, this is the first time I've worked in a book here that I have to just leave laying open flat, so it's taking up a lot more space. Can't really use my turntable. Well, let's see. Easy to forget where I was at. Because some of this doesn't look like I even did it. Oh, like this part I think I missed. I think I missed this one right here. Well, I hope that's looking somewhat wood grainy. Okay, thank you. Okay, and then we'll just go around the outside edge here with just a little bit of this, I think. A little bit off the camera there, guys. Just throwing a touch of this darker color right around the perimeter here. And we're not looking for shadow in that, just a wood grain. So we'll just give a little bit of offsetting colors. About like that. Throw some of that down here. It's a little shadow area there. Pull that down a little bit. About like that. A little bit of a shadow under here. And we'll just kind of pull that down a little bit, like that. Okay. And then this is light reddish brown will be next. It's hard to keep finding the camera. Light reddish brown. Oh, the whole core came out in my sharpener. What happened? I gotta try to fix my pencil sharpener here. That core broke off and then got stuck in the sharpener. So now I gotta try to get it out. Yep, it's clogged up. There, I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Now we can come back with this darker color. Come back up to the top. Come right back up into this very top where this shadow will be darker. And still just very lightly. Just very lightly. That doesn't look too bad. So let's do this side also. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Bring this down just a little bit more. There, that's better. Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, let's go back up towards the top here. Okay, let's see. Okay, not too bad. Okay. Now back up and around the flower pots. Just deepen the shadows just a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hi, Jan. How are you? Auburn won the game last night. I'm having a good day so far. Yeah, UH was not able to pull up an upset victory over Auburn. As you can see, I'm trying to work on these shells. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm already looking forward to seeing your rendition of this page. I've almost done too much. Okay. Ah, all right, and then maybe I will take just a little bit of this. All right, thank you. Just going to throw a little bit of this darker color on the edge here. Doesn't need a lot because this is in light, so might get off camera just a little bit, guys, but I just want to continue with that flow while I'm doing it and then bring it back. But just a little bit of this darker color on the outside ring here because it is in light. A little bit of shadow under here. And then just lightly pull that down. A little bit of shadow. And lightly just pull it down. Okay, similar to that. I think that is wallpaper, yes. That was my impression that this over here is wallpaper on this side. Well, actually, this is wallpaper too, probably. Okay, I think now we'll come in with this. This is a reddish brown. That last one was light reddish brown. I uh, I have considered these. I don't know if these are like a lantern or if they are almost kind of like a wind chime, but they don't chime. They just hang in the wind. I don't know if there's a light source for these or not. I thought about that. They could be lanterns because the only thing is the way they're connected from the ceiling. It doesn't look like they have an electrical supply. So I'm not sure if they're just supposed to be like kites. Yeah, windsock. There you go. I couldn't think of the term. Yeah, I think maybe that's what they are. And you know what I was thinking would be really, I mean, really cool to do if we can figure out how to do it is like if you can color, if you can color this one and then send me the color that you used and take a picture of it. Send me a picture of it and the colors so I can color mine the same way that you colored yours. So I can actually replicate it in my picture. And then I want Fernanda to do the same thing with this one over here. I don't know how complicated that might be to do that. Yeah, I think those are probably windsocks. I could not think of the terminology, but I think that's what they are. Okay, that will be awesome. And that way we'll have matching windsocks. And I'll see what Fernanda thinks about it. Once you do yours, I may forward that information that you send me to Fernanda so she can do hers. She can replicate your windsock in her book as well. And then I'll do the same thing. If she's willing to do it, then I will send the same information to you so you can replicate her windsock in your book. So all three of us will have the same two windsocks hanging back here in the back. I think that'll be pretty cool. All right, so let me go back to this. Now, this is the darkest of my browns that I'm using, and this is a reddish brown. The last one was a light reddish brown, so this is going to be quite similar in color. It's just going to darken it up just a little bit. So I just want to darken. And then basically, I'm just going to use this darker brown just right here. This this reddish brown. Just to come across for the deepest of shadow. We'll throw a little bit of this color in here. But we don't want to go real heavy with it because I don't want to lose the lights that are in the wood grain. Well, you could, if you use color on at least on the windsock, that way I can match it. The rest of it you do however you want to, but yeah, if you can use the color pencils on the windsock, at least on that part, because that's what I'm using is the color pencil. Okay, yeah, good, thank you. Most of this darker color I want to just keep right across the back edge. This is basically just shadow color. Not going to do a lot with this because I want it to remain a shadow color, not too much. It's very lightly. I got to turn my air conditioner on, guys. It's getting humid. Now let's see. I want to mostly try to keep this dark. Just simply back in the shadow area. And I think I've just about finished with this wooden shelf. I don't know that I can do a lot more with it. And still have it look like a wood shelf. It may turn out looking like something else if I keep going too much. Just want to throw a little bit of shadow. And we'll throw a little bit of shadow under here. And just pull it down just a little bit. Throw a little shadow under here. And just pull it down just a little bit. Okay. I think something like that. The one on the right, this one, let's see, I think I'll take just a little bit of this. I don't need any of that. On the outside edge. I'm just bringing this right along this line right here. I think that's probably pretty good as far as a set of wooden shelves. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. All right, thank you, Jen. And then hopefully Fernanda will do the other one. Got a couple of little places here that I need to touch up with my eraser. Not too bad though. I think maybe I'll just leave the rest of it. Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to be able to do on a wooden shelf. Now let me zoom back out. That's about as far as I can get zoomed out. Thank you, Jen. That's not too bad. All right. Oh, let me see here. bit more. Okay, let's see. I don't know what I want to work on next. Let me see.
Oh,
Okay, let's see. I'm going to use a grape purple and a light grape purple. Yeah, I definitely need to get me a different kind of pencil sharpener. This thing is very hard to use with these braces. Okay, so I've got two different purples here. I've got grape purple and light grape purple. Let's see, first I want to do this a little bit. So now the dark grape purple, I got a fly buzzing around. Every time I open my front door, well, yesterday I had grandkids coming in and out, so as soon as I opened the door to let my grandkids come in, a fly came in. Okay, Gay. I hope you sleep well. Okay. And then I want a bright yellow. Here we go. Canary yellow. No, not canary yellow. Orange. I want an orange. Pumpkin red. Okay, we'll try that. Pumpkin red. Okay, then what do we have here? Here's a burnt umber. Burnt umber. And we'll just use this on a little tree trunk right here. Burnt umber. And then we need some greens. This is bean green. And we will do this little tree in, what is this color? A mint green. Let me see here. I don't know if I want mint green. Just a lighter color green, maybe. This one. What is this? A fresh green. So we'll just come right in here like this. And I can't hardly even see. Just want to get a little bit of this light color up here across the very top of these branches. And then we're going to put the dark underneath it. About like that. Keep making sure everything goes back in the right spot. And then this, every time I sharpen the pencil and touch the paper, it breaks the core. Every time. Okay, well, that takes care of that. This is 129. Thank you, Jen. Hmm. Do you want to replicate my little flower pot in your picture? All right, I can tell you what colors. It won't take you but a couple of minutes. All right, you want to do it now? That way I can tell you what colors. Since it'll only take a couple of minutes for you to color that one. It's small. Okay, the outside, the exterior, grape purple, color 163, grape purple 163. That's for the exterior purple. And then for the interior, it's light grape purple, number 164. Let me know if you want me to keep giving you colors or if you just want to go ahead and color it right quick. It's pretty simple. Okay, and then for the orange, I used, it's called pumpkin red. Let's see, I'll have to find the number because the number has worn off on mine. Let me see here. Pumpkin red. I'm trying to find the number. It's not going to be where I thought it was going to be. Let's see, where is it at? Okay, pumpkin red, number 253. Pumpkin red, number 253. And then any brown that you want for the tree trunk. I don't remember which brown I used. That's why. And let me know when you're ready for the two greens for the tree branches. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot about that. Okay. So, I bet you already did part of yours. Did you already do part of it with those colors? I'm so sorry. Give us see the greens. I'm actually above what you have with the greens too. So we'll pick a different one. All right, look. Just finish it. Finish that one the way you want to because I used numbers higher than what you've got. You see this one right here? Oh, you have not started. Well, okay. Don't worry about doing that one then, because I use colors you don't even have. So this one right here, I will do this one right here, and then I will give you, actually, I gotta figure out what colors I'm going to use so I can make sure, but do not color this one right here. And I will color this one. Well, the two greens that I picked are 134 and 129. Bean green and fresh green. But if you don't have all these colors, then I'll just do a different one so I can try to keep numbers under 120. Because I don't know how Color does their numbering system when they switch it from one set to another. You would think all the colored numbers would all be consistent, but I don't know that they are. Let me see. Yeah, but without me knowing exactly which ones you have, then it's going to be hard because we're going to go pencil by pencil to see if you have the same one I have. So let me see if I can't. Let me see. So you don't have the purples, grape purple and light grape purple. Let's see. All right, let me see what I can do here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I have everything you have, but you will not have what I have. So I'm just going to try to pick some different colors that you probably will have. I just need to, I need to swatch out some colors just so I can make sure that they'll work. Okay, so let's look at, yeah, I know. I'm going to pick different colors. So we're going to use number 20, peach, and then number 21, peach puff. And then let me see what else might work with this. Oh, we can just go with a pink, number 22. So you should have those three colors. They're all side by side. 20, 21, and 22. You don't have the numbers in the 20s? Okay, 20, 21, 22. Just the number 20. Okay, so we're going to forget that idea because we'll spend 4 or 5 hours here trying to pick out some colors that we both have. So we're not going to try to get mine into your page. I'll just do your windsock on mine. It's going to be a whole lot easier that way because you don't have none of the stuff I have. Yeah, okay. I was wondering how Color numbered their pencils and stuff like that, how the sets were. So that's okay. We'll just do it the way we originally were going to. I thought it would be cool if you could have one of mine too, but it's going to be too complicated. No, don't be sorry. That's just how it is. because I think Fernanda told me that she has the Color 240 pencil set. I think that's what she told me she has. So again, her colors may be different. She may have all the colors you have, but because she doesn't have all 300, I don't know if she will or not. But we'll see. Hopefully, it'll work out. It might not. I might end up with your windsock and I'll end up with her windsock, but you may not be able to replicate hers because she has different numbers than you have also. Well, if you want to write these numbers down, if you want to try, do you want to try to match? I'm having so much trouble keeping things on camera because I'm zoomed in. Do you want to try to match these colors? Or maybe we do that in another project. Yeah, we'll just go back. You do the windsock, and I'll replicate your windsock. I think that's going to be the best. Yeah, I'm just going to go back up to this one. Okay. Hi, Sherry. How's your day going? Oh, okay. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. Thank you. Jen and I were going to try to kind of match up some colors and see if we couldn't both actually have the same thing. I'll show you something here in a minute that she's going to do. Let me finish these here. It'll be pretty cool. Try to get a little bit of two-tone stuff going here. Might not work out real well. About like that right there. I'm glad I'm still streaming too, since you were able to make it here. Not too bad. Now, here's the other one I did. And Jen was going to replicate this on her picture. And she doesn't have all the same colors that I do. Well, you don't have anything to be sorry for. So here's what Jen is going to do. Jen is going to do, let me see if I can actually get it on camera here. I got to change the zoom a little bit. Like that. Well, you are more than welcome to color this page with us. This book was only $6. I just bought this book so I could color a page with Fernanda, because she doesn't have access to like everything we have here in the U.S. where she lives. So anyway, Jen is going to color this windsock right here. And then she's going to let me know what colors that she used. Oh, you found it for $4.99. Okay, I just paid $5.99. I just ordered this one last week. This is the first page I've colored in it. I just bought it so I could color a page with Fernanda. So yeah, if you get this book and you want to do this page too, but Jen is going to color this windsock and send me the colors that she used in a picture so I can try to replicate this windsock in my picture. Okay, good. Yeah, that'll be awesome. And then I'm going to see if Fernanda will do the other windsock and give me her information so I can replicate what she does. Do you want to color something and then send me, do you have, oh, never mind. Do you have the Color pencils? Sherry? Okay, that's what Jen has too, is the 120 set. Uh, all right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do this blank space. I'm going to leave it blank until I can figure something out. I'm not going to worry. I may end up posting my picture with all this white being blank because I don't know what to do with it yet. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, see this flower pot right here, Sherry? Okay, will you color that flower pot on your illustration when you get it, and then send me the information I need? Send me a picture of it and the pencil numbers that you used with your color, and let me replicate your flower pot into my page. Yeah, I think that'll be real cool. I thought it would be real cool if we could actually, if everybody who did this page could actually replicate these two windsocks. Because the interesting thing is, we could take all these pages and line them up on a table side by side, and they'd all be different. They'd all look different and stuff like that. And we'd all be complimented, but I don't know that anybody would notice that we had the exact same windsocks in all the pictures. I think that would be really cool, but I think it's going to be very hard to accomplish that also, because we all have different sets of pencils. So if you'll do that one, if you'll do that flower pot, then I won't do mine. That way I can replicate yours. Okay, thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I like doing stuff that's community based and things like that. So I try to think of ways that I can involve people. We can do things collectively. But I think that, yeah, I think it would actually be pretty cool if we could have several of us that have the same feature. Everything's different except that one thing. Now let me see if I can zoom this all the way out. It may be zoomed all the way out. No, there it is. That's zoomed out about as far as it's going to get. Change my light source here. I got to come up with a different light source, a lighting system, because I'm just not happy with what I have. But well, exactly. I don't think anybody will notice that they have the exact same replica, because nobody randomly, that would never happen. Especially, I mean, I could see one other person maybe coloring this exactly the same randomly, but not two or three people. So yeah, that'll be cool. Well, we'll find out because they'll all of these pages will be posted together so people can see the different works, and we'll just see if anybody notices and comments. Hey, I noticed you have the same base in yours. I bet they don't. Yeah, I'm still messing around with I'm still trying to get the lighting right for, I need a different kind of light set up. So I'm just experimenting with how my lighting is going to work. I get so much glare, maybe that's better. That's pretty good on your end, my lighting. If I have it like that, maybe. Okay. Okay, I'll try it like that for a little bit and see how it works then. Thank you, Jen. I think I need to get one of those ring lights, but I'm not real sure yet. Or maybe just another light to put on the other side. It's kind of weird, but I'll work with it like this for a while and see how it's going to go. I'll try it like that. But I think that's going to do it for me for today, guys. My hands are getting tired. Well, my color in hand is. Okay. Yeah, please do that. I know that the light fixture that I happen to have is not the best choice for what I'm doing, but it was something I could get that I could afford at the moment. You have a good day, Jen. You finished a windsock. Oh my gosh, you're so fast. All right, well then I know what I'll be working on next, won't I? Sherry, sorry to be leaving so quick after you get here, but I am glad you were able to get here. So I plan on being back tomorrow morning, guys. Maybe later today, even. I'm doing another live stream at midnight. That's my farming simulator, PlayStation 5. But I might be back on and color a windsock here later after I get Jen's stuff. Yep, you have a great day too, Sherry. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, God bless.